Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to look at computer studies practical, that is paper 2, which was done on December 2022, this year, this month. So they brought in paper 2 there are two questions, word and access. So they brought word and access, and we are going to start with the in this video we are going to look at the second question, and the second question was the database, that is access. The second question says the management of a car hire intends to maintain its record using a database. You have been tasked with creating the database. Open a database program and create a database named car hire. So let us create, I'm going to show you how to tackle this question. So first of all, let us create a database and give it a name, car hire. And when you are giving it a name, please ensure you type the way it has been written here. If it is capital C, capital H, you make sure you type the way it has been written. So let us go to access. So access. So as access opens, yeah, it's opening. I'm using Office 2019, but there is no much difference with the other versions. So the blank database, you come to blank database and then you type car hire. Car hire. Make sure you type it the way it has been written. Car hire. You can choose to save it in the desktop. The desktop. Car hire. Then you click OK. Here it is in the desktop. Then you come and click create. So it has been created. So when you have done that, you will get 1 mark. So the second question, create table named customers, drivers, vehicles, expenses in the database created in 2A1. So these are the tables, their field names, data types, and the field properties. So make sure even when you are creating the field name, make sure consider also, it is good also to write the way the names have been written. If it is capital C, capital I, D, capital N, please ensure it has been written that way. So we are going to create these tables, the 4 tables, very quickly. So we go back to access. How to create a table is very easy. So the first table, first of all, let us save the table and give it a name, customers. Customers table, you can write customers table, you can continue writing customers table, or you can leave it like that, but it's okay. Customers table. When you have created the customers table, make sure you come to design view. You can right click, then come to design view, or you can come to view, then design view, anyway. So you can right click design view. So in the design view, it is customer ID. Customer ID, data type is text. Let us remove the primary key for now, because we are going to enter the primary key later. So customer, the data type, customer field name, data type, and then the field size. Remember the field size, remember to put the field size, so forth. And then we go to next, customer name. So the data type is short text, field is 25, field size 25. So when you have done that, save. Make sure it is okay, the words are okay. Text 25 4. Check, you make sure, I always encourage my students to check. So you save, then close. So create another table again, come to table, save that table. Drivers table. The drivers table, you go to design view, there is the driver's ID. driver ID, sorry, driver ID. Then it is short text. Field size is 4. Field size, you change it here, field size is 4. And then you have the driver name. Driver's name is short text also. Field size is 20. So let us remove the primary key for now, but I'm going to show you, we are going to put it the primary key later. So let us create the other table. The other table is vehicles table. Vehicles table. Make sure you write the way it has been written. Then come to design view. Vehicle ID data type is short text. 6. Short text also 20. Field size is 20. Let us also remove the primary key. Vehicle ID, vehicle description, text. Make sure you confirm. I also encourage my students to confirm. Then let us create another table for expenses. Expenses table. Then we go to design view. Design view, vehicle ID. So also it is text. Just put short text. Field size is 6. Then the other one is customer. Customer. The other one is customer. Short text, field size is 4. Short text, field size is 4 also. Then expenses, expenses incurred. So expenses incurred, the field data type is currency. So it is currency. So you come to currency. When you come to currency, the format you have been told is fixed. So if you look at your question, expenses, currency, fixed. So expenses, currency, then the format is fixed. So you come to the format, you come and then choose, this is the general, currency, euro, fixed, standard. So you pick fixed, like that. Then this is the expense. Expense, this desk, they've just written this, I think it is description, just desk, yeah. So also it is short text. Field size is 20. Date travel, date travel is text, format short date. So we are going to look at the short date here. So it is short text, but now when you come, you have to put date stroke time. Then format, when you come to format, you pick short date. Pick short date. Distance covered, it is just number, the number. Let us remove also the primary key. We have put all the properties, the field names, the data types, field names, so we are okay. Let us save the expenses, then we close. So our tables are okay. We have already designed. What we have done is to design. So the designing, just to design, also it is included there. These 21 marks to design. Now let us look at the next question. Apply appropriate primary keys in the customers, drivers, vehicles and tables. Customers, drivers, vehicles and tables. So we are going to apply primary key to customers, drivers and vehicles only, not expense primary key. So we are going to come to customers table, we go to design view. So between customer, primary key is a unique field. It is the unique field. So if you look at our customers table, the primary key, the unique field here is customer ID, and also drivers table, the primary key is in customers table it is customer ID, which is the primary key. In drivers table it is the driver ID, because it is unique. There is no driver, every driver has its own unique number. And also vehicle, they have the vehicle ID, you see here. So vehicle ID is the primary key. So we are going to put primary key to those three tables, not to expense table. So I will show you how to put primary key. Just open the table, click the primary key, click here the primary key. If you don't want the primary key, if you have put a primary key into another, you have done a mistake, just click back to the primary key to remove itself. So our primary key is the customer ID, so save and close. Then let us open drivers, go to design view, primary key is driver's ID, so save and close. And then to the vehicles table, design view, our primary key is vehicle ID. So we have created vehicle ID, we have created primary key into those three tables. So we have just creating primary key, you have already 3 marks. So let us look at the other question. Create appropriate relationship among tables, 1.5 marks. So relationship, how to create a relationship, you come to database tools, and then go to relationship. When you go to relationship, a box will show. A dialog box will come. It will show you the tables part, queries, both. So we are using tables, so you just add, click and add, click and add, click and add, then you close. So those are the 4 tables that we have. Now when you are creating a relationship, this table, when you are talking about database, we look at the relational model, whereby tables relate with one another, whereby you'll find one field, like for example the customer ID is also in customer. The customer ID is in customers table, and customer ID it is also in expense table. So that means this customer table and this expense table, they are related. So what we do is we click and drag to the customer ID, just place your, then a relationship, a table will come there. So it will be table will be customers table, customer ID, expense table, customer ID. So these 2 tables, they are related. You can say enforce referential integrity and then create. So these 2 tables have been related. Then another thing is that if you look at driver ID, it is in drivers table, and also driver ID is in expense table. So these 2 tables are related. So you click and drag to the drivers table, and then drivers table, expense table. So it has driver ID, Also here you can do changing, but that's not necessary for now. Then enforce referential integrity and then create. And then another thing is that the vehicle ID here and the vehicle ID here, this one is related. So this field also, it is in this table. So you click and drag. Also vehicle ID, enforce referential integrity and create. So we have already created a database. So we save, you right click and save, and then close. You can just close it here or close it here. So when we have done that, actually we have 1.5 marks, and you can see it is very simple. Access is a very simple. When you are given access, I always encourage my students to be motivated when they see access, because they brought a very simple question. So let us look at another question. Create a form named expense form that can be used to enter data in expense table and perform the following on the form. Modify the title as expense entry, bold the title, italicize the field, 3 marks. So come to your access. So expense table. Now when we are entering data, let me close. How to create a form? You come to create, click at the expense table. Don't open, it's closed. Just click at the expense table, then come to create, then click form. So a form has been created. So that form creates a form named expenses form. So we are going to save that as expenses form. So save it first, expenses form. So expenses form. So it has changed there, expenses form, and here it is come. So let us modify the title as expense entry. How to modify your title? So you come to design view again, you right click, design view, or you come to this icon here, design view. So when you come to design view, here it is the form header. You can just drag down the form so that you can see very. So here it is the form header, this is the title. So you have been told to modify the title as expense entry. So expense, and there is no S, expense entry. In KCSE you must be very careful in terms of giving names. Try to give the names that you have been told to give. Give it name correctly, label your items correctly the way you have been instructed. So it is expense entry, we have done that. Then the other one is to bold. How do we bold? You highlight and then come. When you are doing designing, this menu will pop up, design, arrange and format. So we are at format, so bold, click bold, so it will be bolded. And then italicize the fields, the field names here, the field names. So you highlight and then italicize, highlight and then italicize. So when they have all been utilized, you see, then you can come back to form view. You view first, you see it has been bolded, expense entry, it has been utilized, that's good. Then you can close. Actually we have 3 marks. We have now 3 marks. So you can see how quickly you can do the the modifying. Enter the following data into respective tables, 9.5 marks. So let us enter this data, customers, drivers, vehicles, the way they are. Let us enter the way they are, so that in Access, when you enter the wrong data, actually it may give you problems. So let us enter the data. Let us start with customers table, and with this you can enter data in two ways, using tables or using forms. Forms is used to enter data into a table, and actually it has been written, create a form that you enter information. It's supposed to enter data, but also you can use a table to enter data. So let us enter data very quickly. And this one has 00, C001, not O. Some people, if you put an O, then you come and put an O in expense table. So be careful when you are entering data. If it is in capital letters, you have been given in capital letters, do that in capital letters. So I've finished entering data. So C001, make sure the data is okay. I always encourage my students to properly enter data correctly in Access, because Access is very sensitive, database is very sensitive. And like this time we have related our forms, we have related our tables. If you enter data wrongly, it may cause some problems. So you save and close. So let us look at drivers. So I've finished V001 Anthony, V002 Harrison, V003 Lenny, V004 Patrick. So you save and close. So let us look at vehicles table. So I finished VW67 Wish, VF92 Fiat, KM13 Mazda, VH84 Harrier. So you see, and close. So let us look at expense. So in expense form, let us use the form to enter data. Let us use the form to enter data. And when you are entering data, make sure you are in form view. Sometimes it is in layout view, you cannot enter any data, so make sure it is in form view to enter data. So let us start with the first one. It will take a long time, this one, entering data. So you come here to next, come to next, so it is 2 out of 2. Okay, there is a calendar here. You can just come and choose this calendar, but because of time, you can, so you check, so you can come and click next. If it is in capital letters, put all your working in capital letters. So make sure you confirm. C001 V0020 2000 shops 71020 creator. So let us go to next. So V67 C03 V02 1500 shocks 7520, then 180. So you can go to next. Actually, let us look at the other one. I had put shocks. So make sure when you're inserting you put the way it's supposed to be. So let us go to the next one. VF92. Sorry, VF92 C002 V003 2000 also shocks. Let us go to the next. VH. This is the table which had the longest VH84 C003 V003 3000 3000, then it is bushes, then 230. So let us go to next. VF 92, C001, C001, B004, $1,500, engine shock, engine check, engine check, 7/6/2020, 425. I know most of you, some of you, you have already set, so save, close. So let us look at the expense table. All those things they are there. So we can make just a quick checkup. V67, C001, V001, 3000, tire replacement, 7, 420, 445. It is good to check, counter check. KM13, C004, V001, 2000, tire replacement, 7, 550. Then KM13 also, C001, V002, 2000, KM13. Here in KM13, it was supposed to be shocks. So KM13, yeah, so KM13, tire replacement is supposed to be 2. Yeah, KM13 is C001, V002, 2000, shocks, 710, 380. That's correct. So VW67 C00, VW67001, shocks, 7520, 180. We have checked on that. VF92 is C002, V003, 2000, shocks, 720, 600, correct. VH84 is C003, V003, 3000, bushes, 7420 to 30. VF92 is C00, VF92 is C002, V003, 2000, shocks, 720, 600, correct. And then V92 also C001, V004, 1500, engine check, 7620, 425. So already we have, when you are entering data here, already it has been entered in the table, so it's our new table is correct. So we close all. So already we have 9 marks, 9.5 marks, just entering data, entering the following data. So if you look at the data has been entered, so let us tackle this question. So before we create this query, let us look at our database. The expense table, it is showing you come to design view, the currency, make sure your currency here, when you are in design view, make sure the currency is fixed. So I didn't do that. Currency, so expense incurred, currency, my currency is fixed, so that you save and close. so that it does not bring the dollar sign that it was showing. For example, if you come to design view and you put it general, if you put it general, save and close, then you open again, it will okay, it will show you the, make sure that the currency is fixed, the currency is fixed, so our tables are okay, our tables are okay, the tables are fine, we have confirmed everything is okay. So let us look at creating that query. So how to create a query? Let us look at that question. Given that a customer is charged 15 shillings per kilometer for distance covered by a vehicle, create a query that will display the fields: customer name, driver's name, expense card, distance covered in kilometers, and a calculated field. So they have added a calculated field named charges. Hint: charges is equals to distance times 15 plus expense incurred. Save the query as v charges 5.5 marks. So we do this, we come to create, and then query design. Don't go to query wizard, don't use wizard. Wizard is a simple version. Use query design. Come to query design, click query design, then it will show you the table. Just add all the tables, and close. When you have added all the tables, so you look at the question. So you have been told customer name, driver's name. So come to customer name, driver's name, put customer name. Customer name, it is, start with the table first. It is in the customers table. So come to the field, customer name. Then you come to the table, drivers table. There is also the driver's name. So the other field that you have been told to enter is expense incurred. So expense incurred, it is in expense table. Then you come to expense incurred, and then another field that you have been told to enter is the distance covered. Okay, they have put it in kilometers. Distance covered, also it is in expense table. Then there is the distance covered, then under calculated field named charges. So we are going to add another field called charges. So you come here, you come click at the field, make sure you click at the field, and then come to builder. Click at the field, make sure your pointer is at the field, and then come to the builder. When you come to the builder, it will bring a table, a dialog box called expression builder. Click at the builder, expression builder. In the expression builder, come at these expression elements here. I always tell people do not type, because when you type you make mistakes. So there is no need to type. So you come at this car hire database, you open it up. This one is for closing, this one is for opening. The plus is for adding up the elements, minus is for closing. So you click at the plus. So there are the elements here: tables, queries, form, reports. Now come here, click at the box, then click equal sign, put an equal sign, because we are going to do a calculation. Now open the tables, and then you have been told to do charges is equals to, so we are not going to write charges first, we are going to write distance times 15. So distance, you come, where is the distance found? Distance is found in expense table. So you just click at the expense table, and then distance covered. So you double click here. You just click at the expense table, and then distance covered, double click. Then times is always the star, times 15. So you have been told charges is equals to distance times 15 plus expense incurred, expense incurred is this one, expense incurred. So double click, you just double click that one. So what we are going to do is we are going to remove this expense table and this acclamation mark. So we are going to remove them, instead of typing, just do it. Is very simple if you do it like that, and then plus this one. Even this one, you are going to remove the table and the exclamation mark, and the exclamation mark, and then what we are going to do is to put the curly brackets. Put the curly brackets. Ensure you put the curly brackets. So distance covered times 15 plus expense incurred. Make sure that they are in brackets. Distance covered times 15 times 15. Distance covered, it will take the distance covered times 15 plus expense incurred, and then plus expense incurred, then click OK. So make sure that your field is like this. Click OK. When you click OK, it will say here it will be expire 1. Expire 1. So before we want to see if it will calculate. After you have clicked OK, just come here and run. Click here and run. Click here, run. So it has calculated. It has picked 445 times 15, and then it has added. So when you have seen it has calculated, go back design view and change this field, because here it is writing expression 1. Expire 1, it is expression 1. So when you come to your expression 1, when you run, it will also tell you expression 1. So we want that field to be charges. So you click, and then you have been told charges. Sorry, it is in short. Charges. So it is charges. You can run again. So it is charges. So you can confirm. You can use the calculator to confirm. We are just confirming. So with our confirmation, let me see if I can reduce the. With our confirmation, it has taken 445 times 15. So it is 445 times 15. Then it has added 3000. So it is 9675. So you see the computer is correct, 9675. So we have done that query, and you save that query. We have been told to save it as v charges. Please save it as v charges. So you come save as v charges. So you click OK. So the query has been saved. Save again and close. So that query, so this is 5.5 marks, clean 5.5 marks, just like that. So this question, so we are going to create another, we are going to look. So let us look at the last question. Create a report that will display the fields: customer name, driver's name, expense description, expense incurred, and the accumulated amount of all the expenses incurred. I think the accumulated amount of all the expenses incurred, also the charges, also they are included. Just shows the expense incurred and the charges. So let us go back to our access. So when you are going back to our access, we will first of all create a query. Then from that query, remember that the query that we have created earlier, it had customer name, it has driver's name, it had expense incurred, and also it had the charges. What it did not have, it did not have expenses description. So come create a query first, then you add the v charges, and then at the table add the expense table, then you close. So you will take the customer's name from the v charges, take the customer's name, and the v charges. You will take also the driver's name. We've been told the driver's name. From the v charges also you take the expense description. Expense description should be here, so it will be on this table, expense table. So expense description will be here, and then from the v charges again you get the expense incurred, and then at also the v charges also you get the, from the query you will get the charges. you'll get the charges. So run. So it will be customer name, driver's name, expense description, expense incurred, and the charges. So just you can save that query as v query. Just put it, just because you have not been told, v query, and from this query now, save and close. From this query we are going now to create the report. Come to create, and then you can click report. You can choose report wizard. There's no problem choosing report wizard. You can choose report just by clicking report, or you can choose report wizard, any that you wish. Just click report. The report is there. So Rose, Anthony, tire replacement, the charges are here, all the accumulated charges, the charges and the expense incurred. So name that report v report, the v report, and that is it. You close, you make sure it's closed. So we have tackled the 2.5, 5.5 marks, and all the question it is out of 50, and the 3 marks is for printing. How to print? Just open the table. When you open the table, come to file, print, then print. In print you'll choose the printer that you want to print. Like mine is Epson ready. You just print. You can print, there is no problem. So kindly subscribe to my channel, and please comment, let us share. We are all learners, and I wish you well. Please subscribe. So thank you very much, and may God bless you.